3 feet does not sound like much until someone steals it from you. I woke up on a Saturday morning, and my property was 3 feet smaller than the day before. My neighbor had built a 6-foot privacy fence overnight. Not on the property line. 3 feet inside my land. I know this because I had my property surveyed 8 months earlier. The survey pins were still in the ground. He built right past them. When I told him the fence was on my land, he laughed and said, "Prove it." So I did, and by the time I was done, he did not just lose the fence. He lost his entire usable backyard. I am a civil engineer, 15 years in land development. When I bought this house, I ordered a professional boundary survey before I even moved in. That is not paranoia. That is standard practice when you understand property law. The survey was filed with the county, recorded and stamped. Every pin marked and photographed. So when my neighbor, I will call him Dean, decided to build a fence 3 feet onto my side, I did not need to guess. I already had the proof sitting in my filing cabinet. I knocked on his door the next morning, showed him the survey, pointed at the pins, explained calmly that his fence was 3 feet over the line. He told me surveys can be wrong and closed the door. I sent a certified letter the following day with a copy of the recorded survey and a 14-day notice to remove the fence from my property. He ignored it. I contacted the HOA about the encroachment. The board president told me fence disputes were between neighbors and not an HOA matter. I pulled the community covenants that night. Section 7 clearly stated all fences require architectural approval and must be built on or inside the owner's property line. Dean had no approval on file. The HOA had ignored their own rules. On day 15, I filed a formal encroachment complaint with the county. I hired a licensed surveyor to recertify the boundary. Both surveys matched exactly. My attorney filed an encroachment removal demand with a 72-hour deadline. Dean's attorney responded requesting an extension. We gave him 7 days. On day 7, a crew arrived and removed the fence. But here is what Dean did not anticipate. The correct property line put his patio, his fire pit, and his storage shed partially on my land too. All 3 had to be moved or removed. His entire backyard layout collapsed. Dean spent $14,000 relocating his patio and shed. The fire pit was demolished. The HOA board president who refused to act was formally reprimanded by the board after 6 homeowners filed complaints about selective enforcement. Someone threw a beer bottle at my front door 2 weeks later. Camera caught it. Report filed. I do not take what is not mine. I do not let anyone take what is. On HOA stories, we do not argue over inches. We measure them.